We're in Helena, and look at our little pile of stuff we're going to mail home.
Yeah.
It's a couple of towels we haven't used, little tiny towels, one of Annette's hats.
Both of our head nets.
And our head nets, because we haven't even used them. And the bug situation is going to get better as it gets colder. So anyway, we're going over here to the post office,
which just happens to be right next door.
Hey, so this morning we went to the bagel shop, and I've been wanting to get my hair cut because I haven't had my hair cut since the beginning of March. So we walked by this little barber shop.
Yeah.
With like a one chair, because you know the COVID, I don't even want to go in places. So we saw this little barber shop and had like 2 chairs, nobody in there, just the barbers in there, the door open. So I asked him if he cut women's hair. He said
no.
Well, no, but he said people would probably not like it. And I said, well, I'm just hiking, so I don't care. So anyway, he cuts my hair, the barber shop. He uses his little clippers.
It's a nice short cut.
It's short, but that's okay, because I just hiking anyway, so it's no big deal. Anyway, that was fun. I'm glad I got it done though, because you just don't want to go in places like that. With this COVID thing, we try to stay out of buildings as much as possible, but anyway, we have to go in this post office right now. So we will check in later. All right, bye.
Bye. Morning.
Good morning. We just got dropped off. And on McDonald Pass, heading north to, so we're going to go 4 days and to Rogers Pass and try to get off and get a ride to Lincoln. So we can resupply, and then we'll have another 3.5 days to Augusta area there.
Yes, because really dry, so 7 days of food and water.
Just didn't want to do it.
Not an option for us.
So I'm heavy right now. We're heavy because we're carrying water. This stretch doesn't have a lot, and we're still in a heat wave. Actually, it's supposed to drop a little bit out of the 90s into, 88, 89.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. Anyway, all right. We'll let you know how it goes along this stretch. We're getting closer, a couple weeks away from being done and going north. So anyway, we met this young group at the motel, and they do a YouTube called Saunter Beyond. So that's worth checking out. They started at the border like us, and at the Colorado-Wyoming border, so they're doing great. So anyway, all right, we'll check in later. All right, bye. Drinking tea.
Oh. Huh? Day one.
Day one out of Helena. And
we were totally gifted today with clouds.
Yeah. So we're in this heat wave and we're worried about it, but we had overcast for 8 hours. I mean, we started at like 6:45 and we had overcast almost the whole time, which was really, really good because we were exposed a lot, so that helped a lot. But the water situation in this stretch is tough.
So we did 17 miles today, and
One water.
We had to carry water when we started because the water was iffy. But then we did find water in the one iffy stream.
Yeah, you had to kind of scoop it out, but it was there.
And then we got here, and it lists it on the what is it called? What's the name of it? Dog Creek. Dog Creek was not flowing at all. So, but then I saw that there was a spring, like in type written. So we hiked down to it. We found it, and we had to scoop that.
And you have to go down a hillside with down tree. You know, it's not that easy. It's like you have to really work. But we found some. You're just grateful you have some. So we're camping here. We've got bags of water. That way we have water in the morning. We'll fill our stuff, but we'll have water in 7 miles.
Yeah, we have water in 7, and then we don't have it again until, and we're not sure about this next one because it's iffy.
So 10 miles, so that's 7, then 10 miles
and then
past that
one
is maybe some water.
Is where you hike off trail west. You hike
like a half a mile,
0.4 down a side trail, so you have to go down and then climb back up. And there might be water there. There's nobody commented on it recently.
We will if we find it, but gosh.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're doing okay. It's just wow, the water situation is tough. It's really tough.
Yeah. Anyway, you just have to be willing to hike some extra
miles.
It takes extra time because you got to take up your pack and grab all your stuff and then hoof it down the hillside. But you got to have water, especially in the heat. So once the clouds burned off at 2:30, then boom, it was hot.
Hot. Yeah.
So, but we were so grateful for that first 8 hours or so with.
That was a gift.
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right, people. Well, we'll check in, let you know what's going on. We're doing fine. It's just
fine.
Man, I tell you just wish it's just so easy when there's water everywhere and you could just stop and drink. But you have to make a plan.
Now, so.
I know the clouds are coming back. So.
Yeah, we'll get up early in the morning and we'll start. Maybe we'll start at 6 instead of 6:30.
Yeah.
And just go for it.
We'll go for it. We're gonna do it no matter what. So anyway.
Okay.
All right. Later days.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, that's right. We don't have to. Oh yeah, it's boiling. Hey everybody. So we've been getting up so early. It is dark when I go look for my food bag. So I'm going to take you with me in case there's a bear over here. Okay, here we are. There's my food bag. So I got to get my bag down. Hey.
Morning.
So I thought I would do a little video on what we eat throughout a day. So it's dark right now though, so it's not a good time to do it probably because we're up so early, but I'll try to show you what we're eating throughout the day. Okay, so for breakfast today, I'm going to have this cereal. We got oat squares because they don't squish up. They last pretty well in the pack, so I'm going to have cereal. You could put powdered milk with them, but I've just been eating them with water, and that uses powdered milk.
I'm eating mine raw today.
So what are you eating?
I'm eating oat squares, but I'm just eating them.
Just dry?
Dry.
And what else you having over there?
Carnation instant breakfast drink.
Yeah, these Carnation instant breakfast drinks are great. You can get some with protein and stuff like that, so those are really good. Okay, so I just poured the cereal in my cup. And I'm going to eat it just like that. That's my breakfast.
With water.
With water. It's okay. The other thing we do every morning is we make sure we drink a liter of water before we take off. Anyway, all right, well that's our morning meal, and now we will pack up and take off. All right, check in later. We're walking right into a storm. Thunder, see some lightning here and there. Smell rain. Nice and cool. Okay, so this is our first stop of the day. So we usually stop every 2 hours. That is our plan, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And we sit and we stretch and we eat a snack and we just kind of get the pack off our back. So this is our first stop of today. So I have this little bag of snacks that I just have on the outside of my pack that's easy access, and Annette has hers also.
Little bag of snacks.
And so I'll show you what's in it. Okay. So Annette is eating a piece of cheese.
I have
So
some cheese and some beef jerky and maybe a few nuts.
yep. And so we always have a cheese, and I only have one a day. So somewhere along our snack breaks, I'll eat that. But usually at every break, ooh, that was lightning. At every break we have some nuts. I have mixed nuts, so I'll take a couple handfuls of those. And I have some kind of dried fruit. Today I have dried cherries, but I'll have like dried apricots or mangoes or prunes or something like that. I usually have a pack of crackers a day, and so I'll eat a couple of those each stop. I just take a handful of everything and just kind of eat. Like Annette said, she has beef jerky. I have this breakfast essential thing also. I usually do that with lunch, so I save that for a little bit. And then also I like crunchy and salt, so I usually throw some corn nuts in. They don't really have a nutritional value that much, but they're good. I like them. And we usually we carry these Propels with us, and we have those also.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else?
Same basic thing for me.
So we'll eat, we'll sit for about 10, maybe 15 minutes, and we'll be off. All right.
Big time. Walking through Montana. Few more weeks. Oh, you're on the thing.
You can hear the thunder rolling. It's threatening to rain on us, but it's just barely sprinkling right now, but it is definitely storming around us.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
I'm all about it
Love
instead of the sun.
We see some lightning, but it's not near us. It's kind of a little ways away, so. Oh my gosh, it's great. It's fabulous.
All right, so.
Okay, so this is our gut hook app. And the red line is the trail.
So this water drop means a reliable water source, and there's a spring up here called Dana Spring.
Yeah, see that right there? So this blue dot is us. That's where we are on the path.
Yeah.
And right up here is the spring. So this is what we look at to find our water sources. And so right up there is Dana Spring. I'll show you when we get closer. So we dropped our packs back there, and we're walking over to this spring to see if we can find some water. The cows are always looking for the water too. So here we are. We'll see what we get here. And it looks great. And I'll tell you why. It's got a pipe with water coming out of it. Perfect. Step around the fresh, you have to step around the fresh cow patties. But we have a nice water source. I mean, that's kind of good when you get a spring with the water running out like that. So we got our water, and we're just going to sit here for a little bit and just guzzle some water.
Because our next water is in
11 miles.
11.5 miles.
So, and we have this huge mountain to climb up ahead of us. So we're just going to sit here, and while we have water, we just drink as much as we can and really try to hydrate ourselves. And then we'll carry some too, and then we'll make it to the 11 mile water source. And that one's kind of iffy, but we'll see. We're hoping that there's water there. But anyway, all right, we're drinking a Propel to propel us up the mountain. Okay, so we just stopped for lunch. This is our lunch stop. We just had, we're bundled up. We were complaining about the heat wave, but we had a big rainstorm and it really cooled us off, so it's nice. Anyway, so this is my lunch for today. So I'm going to do this breakfast carnation drink, chocolate drink. And I'm going to do a tuna. See, these little tuna packs have different flavors. And I'm going to put it on a tortilla, and that's going to be my lunch.
Tuna.
What are you going to have, Nettie?
Tuna.
Oh, that's salmon.
Okay. Salmon. Cheese stick.
Lemon dill salmon.
And a tortilla. And for dessert, I have some dried fruit, dried cherries and prunes.
All right.
Okay, that's my big plan.
All right, now we're going to eat. We are climbing Nevada Mountain, and this is our little drop off over here. Hoo-wee. Okay, so we're at our third stop. So on this one, we just pull our little snack bags out and
Eat the same thing
eat
we've been
the
eating all
fruits
day.
and nuts. Now, if I have a candy bar with me, I will eat that, which I had a Twix, so that was good. But most of the time, we're just eating nuts and dried fruit.
Nuts.
Nothing too
Dried
exciting. So there's our, we made it to camp. There's our tent site. It's a nice site. We have this little bench to sit on. But now we took everything out of our backpacks. Here, let me turn it around. Took everything out of our backpacks except our water stuff, and we have to walk a half a mile off trail to get water. But we have to do it because we need it. But man, we hate to do that. It's just so hard, and you're exhausted, and you have to go down there. So we'll walk a half a mile, then an extra mile just to get water. But that's okay. I mean, we're hoping it's down there because we're not for sure if it's still flowing or not. So we'll see.
Water, H2O.
We found water
Oh my God.
running right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Water.
Ooh.
Okay, people.
I'm sorry. I'm so tired. I'm barely.
We're beyond
I'm barely
ourselves.
functioning. That was way too long without being able to drink water.
Way beyond ourselves today. Anyway, I'm doing the food thing, so I'm going to show you dinner. So we're going to have potatoes tonight. Now, we don't always cook dinners. We bring a pot really to have tea at night. We don't cook breakfast, But if we have it and we have water, we'll do, Annette and I will share this pack of potatoes. And we've just been sharing it, putting it in our coffee cup. We just put it in our cup like that, put some hot water in there, and we'll have that. I always bring a little bit of like Chex Mix or Cheetos or something. They stay together pretty good. They don't get too smashed, and I get that salty crunch too. So I'll have that, and then I have peanut M&M for dessert. So that's my meal for tonight. What else do we have, Nettie? Sometimes we'll have a soup. I'm trying to think things we cook. Now
a broth sometimes for a drink at night.
Sometimes I'll have oatmeal at night for dinner. Sometimes, but at the beginning we were doing the refried beans and the hummus, but we don't need.
Those are really good.
Yeah, we don't need hot water for that. We can cold soak that, but anyway. So that's what's for dinner for the Wander Women tonight. All right.
Gosh, it sounds good.
It doesn't look like that much food when you think about hiking all day, but somehow we just don't need as much food as I think we need. I mean, because somehow we keep going and we don't eat that much.
No, but then we eat when we're in town.
But I'm finding that even harder. Like my stomach has shrunk or something. Like Anyway, well, the body's an amazing thing. We just have enough for fuel to fuel us to get where we need to go.
It's fuel, baby.
All right. Bye. So anyway, we've tried other things that worked for us before with food, but we've kind of gotten sick of them. Like the freeze-dried meals, we kind of got sick of.
Yeah. We've had all kinds of different things.
So we've just switched it up. This is working for us right now, but you kind of get sick of something and you'll try something else, and but it's working, so you just have to find what works.
It has to be like small and some good food value.
Yeah.
And packable and
light.
Easy and
light.
As light as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there's kind of a lot of factors to it.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna eat our potatoes.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful area. Huh, Nettie?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
We're hiking up to this fire tower up here, lookout tower. So we'll take a break there.
Hey, last night, Christy woke up to wolves howling. She woke me up.
I woke Nettie up.
Really
I said, you have to hear this. There were wolves howling for a while. I mean, it was the most amazing thing ever. It wasn't coyotes, because we hear them all the time. Totally different. It's amazing. It's awesome.
Get behind you.
This is the lookout tower. And there's some people here, so you can rent it and stay up there. It's like $55 a night, I think she said. So that's pretty cool. And you have this great view all the way around. Pretty awesome. So we are going to go over to this little outdoor store. See, right down there is a parking lot. And there's Stemple Pass right down there. But this little water sign, we read, if we follow this little path, it'll take us over to the store right here. So that's where we're heading. All right. So here's this guy's outdoor store here. How about that? He supposedly has all kinds of great backpacking gear in here. A little bit of resupply. We're going to check this out. See what's going on. Ooh. Okay.
Hey.
So we stopped at that little store
High Divide Outfitters,
High Divide
which
Outfitters.
is a tenth of a mile off the trail.
Loved it. So Dave, who runs it, had a store on the PCT. And so then he is now doing this little store there, and he has every kind of backpacking equipment you could ever imagine, like the best.
Really good gear.
Really good stuff. So anyway, let me tell you guys what we're doing. So we were going to go out at Lincoln tomorrow and resupply, because we didn't want to carry 7.5 days of food on this stretch. So we get to Dave's and we resupply. He has food. So we're not going out at Lincoln.
Not a huge selection of food,
No.
but we're making it work.
It's not a huge selection, but he did have, some of the things that he had. Some tuna. He had enough for us to resupply to get another. So from Dave's, now we have 4.5 days to get to Benchmark Ranch Trailhead.
Benchmark Ranch.
And there's a guy, my cousin hooked me up with this guy. My cousin's gonna help us. Yeah, my cousin's gonna help us when we get up to Mariah's Pass, and her husband Bill, and they hooked us up with a friend of theirs, Lauren, who's gonna pick us up at that point. So we'll have a ride. So anyway, how about that? So we won't have our rest day and our resupply in Lincoln, but we feel good. So we're gonna be a day ahead of schedule. Anyway.
Okay, well, that's the plan anyway.
That's the plan.
A lot of smoke in here. There's a fire burning up here. And there's a lot of smoke in the air.
Yeah, there's a lot of smoke in the air. A lot of fires burning in Colorado, and there's a few in Montana.
There's one burning pretty close to us.
Yeah, the Benchmark Wilderness has a fire
A Meadowland Lake.
near it, but Dave looked it up. It's not anything huge right now, so we're feeling like we can keep going at this point, but we'll have to keep checking. Anyway, people, all right. I'm out of breath. Talk to you later. So here we are on a quest for water again. We left our bags up there, and the directions say follow 7 power poles down here, and we'll find water. We'll see. We hope. And then we have 13 miles after this without water, so we're really hoping we find some. To find water. Unbelievable. All right, 20 minutes later, we think we might be...
Yep, I hear it.
Oh, I hear it running. We found the water.
Oh, it's flowing good. Woohoo!
Yay. Might have just saved us, people. Let's look at it here.
Oh, yeah.
Let's look at it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We can put our bag right under that spout.
Look at that.
The water. Look. Yep.
Perfect. All right, everybody, there goes Google flying by us. Remember at the beginning of the video when I said to check out Saunter Beyond YouTube channel? That's Google. Check it out. looks like big, huge grizzly poop.
Man, that's big.
Hi.
Hi.
We're not very perky right now.
Yeah. Really hot day, hard day, and we just, we're trying to make decisions like based on what makes sense. The water and the heat is just an incredible challenge here. There's no water,
You guys,
and there's plenty of heat.
The water is just a whole different ball game. It's just a whole different hike. When you don't have water, you have to search for it. You have to carry it. So right now, today we did like 3,700 feet of elevation gain. Beautiful. It was a beautiful stretch of trail on a ridge line. It was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
It was really hard and hot, and then we had to carry water. And so now we're sitting here in the shade behind this tree. We're going to put our tent up down here when the sun goes down because it's totally exposed. But we're sitting here and we're looking at tomorrow. So we go 6 miles we have water right here.
We have water here.
And then we go 6 miles for water, which is
6.3.
yeah, 6.3,
which isn't bad.
Doable, totally doable.
But then
Then
the next water is 12 and a half miles
from there.
after that, and it's questionable.
Yeah.
Because in the comments on Gut Hook, some people are saying it's dry, there's nothing there.
And some people say there's a spring.
You got to find a
That
spring.
was the last few years, nothing for 2020. Somebody says there's a little bit of water in the lake. It's doable. Some say it's dry. So we have no idea. So
That is coupled with the fact that it's 6,600 feet of elevation gain tomorrow. So in 85-degree heat,
yeah. So we did 37 today. We double the mileage tomorrow. We do 3,000 more feet of elevation gain tomorrow.
yeah.
18 and a half miles, 6,600 feet of elevation gain, with the hope that there's water at the 18.5 mile mark where
Yeah.
we could camp and have water. If not, we have a 25-mile stretch
Yeah,
without
then
water.
Then it would be, yeah.
It's like 2 days. It's like a day and a half. Anyway,
Anyway, so we're going to believe that there's water at that lake. But it's just kind of like, it's hard enough to just do the hike and do the miles and do the terrain. But then you add in the heat and the water, and it's just like, oh my God. But I guess that's what makes the CDT, at least this part of the CDT, super hard.
I mean, you're trying to survive.
This
really.
stretch between, well, this has been a long stretch of water problems.
Yeah.
But this stretch between Helena and Augusta is famous for its
terrible.
water problems. And I guess you just have to hang tough. I mean, I guess we'll just have to, this is our plan now, is we'll hike, we'll do the 6, we'll hydrate, we'll carry some water, we'll go as far as we can, given that we're going to be climbing up and down like nutcases.
Mm-hmm.
And then we might have to rest and take like a 2 or 3 hour break in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then get back out and try and make it to the maybe lake, maybe water.
So we're at Rogers Pass. We were going to go out to Lincoln. This is where we were going to go out today. And we decided, like I said earlier, we stopped by that little store and resupplied. So we're going on. We have 3.5 more days before we get to Augusta. So the resupply at the place, we were able to do it, but it's not like a big resupply. It's just we got enough, but we're going to be kind of rationing that too. But anyway, after the next probably day and a half, somebody said after 25 miles further, the terrain gets better and the water gets better. So we're just hoping for that too.
Right. There's water 25.8 miles away from here, and I guess maybe after that, then the situation will improve.
Yep.
Which, I mean, I guess we wouldn't die walking 25.8 miles thirsty. I don't know.
But anyway, that's our challenge. We're just exhausted right now, and then we look ahead at that and go, "Oh my gosh!" I mean, we did what we did today. Totally exhausted, and then we have to double that tomorrow in one day.
And the reason you get exhausted is from carrying the water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're just hiking and your pack was regular weight, you'd be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's from carrying the damn water that wears you out. And then you're just like, oh man, it's like kind of a vicious circle.
Yeah, it is something else.
Anyway.
So anyway, that's
we did not sound cheery. People
we're not
say, oh, you always sound cheery.
We're not perky today.
We're not.
We're not cheerful.
We're just like almost bitching and moaning here.
We're kind of complaining.
Yeah.
And I feel okay about it.
Kind of a whiner fest. Yeah. Well.
But you guys, we're getting close to being done with Montana, so we're just going to bust it out. And at night, tomorrow's going to be one heck of a day. We're just going to do it. I mean, we're going to do it. Even if we're hiking all day until the night, into the night, we're just going to keep on going until we get to where we need to get. And
so that's our plan as of now.
All right, people.
Sorry we sounded so grumpy.
We're complaining to you.
Yeah.
We're venting.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Bye. So here's our camp spot for the night. We're right here at a new parking lot they're putting in at Rogers Pass. So anyway,
The water is right behind us.
Yep, the water is right back here, and we're just making it work. Here we go. Hey. 18.5 miles, 6,600 feet. Yee!
Oh my God. This will be a day. This will be a day.
Okay, we live to tell about it. We'll talk to you later.
I dare you to fix me. I'm crossing the line again, falling on my knees. No stranger to pain. It's never ending. It's only something I can't forget. My heart won't let it rest, but you keep on forgiving. Admit that I'm afraid. If I let go of this pain, am I completely betrayed? There's no air left to breathe. I'm drowning. Waters are circling around it. I need to fight, I know. It's just so hard to let it go. Shine a light I can see. Something I can't forget. My heart won't let it rest, but you keep on forgiving. Admit that I'm afraid. If I let go of this rage, am I completely betrayed? Something I can't forget.
So here's our next climb up this mountain. And that should end our 6,600 feet of elevation gain today. But look at that baby. Oh my gosh. All right. We'll do it.
Of this rage, am I completely betrayed?
Okay, so we totally made our 18 and a half miles, 6,600 feet of elevation gain, 12 hours, left at 6, got here at 6.
And we just took our time. We had a plan around the water. We had to plan in case there was no water here, but then, of course, there is water here, but we didn't know that. So that was great because there's water here. Now we're just enjoying the heck out of it.
I know. So we did do a 12-mile water carry, but you know what? So we woke up this morning and we just said, you know, we can't be complaining about it because it's just what is.
Yeah, you can't fight the trail. You have to just go with what is.
That's right. Part of being successful is going with what is. You can't like want something to be a certain way. I mean, we know we'll be okay with enough water to drink. It's the carrying that we hate. But you know, we just have to do it. We just had to either you just don't do the trail or you just suck it up.
Or you don't do the trail.
Yeah.
And then we were talking today. It's about part of it is it boiling?
Yeah.
Part of it is perseverance. When you're just tired and you don't feel like doing it, and you're just like, oh well, we're just going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
There's something about that.
Yeah.
Just put it on there for me now. I'm going to get it.
Yeah, that's right. You and you know, it was an absolutely beautiful
gorgeous trail
ridge walk.
I mean, some of these trails they have totally rerouted just for beauty. I mean, they're so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, but then there's some straight up parts where you're just like, oh my gosh, just dying.
I tell you, I feel like I've entered another level somehow out here. Like, amazed at what our bodies have been able to do. And then with food, I'm on a whole nother level. I hardly have any food, but I'm fine. I feel okay. We have 2.5 days more to go, and I'm looking at what I have, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, but I feel fine. Like today, I just ate a little bit each break, and I feel like I'm just like on. Like,
yeah, we're definitely.
I'm not hungry.
We're parsing out the rest of our food to last us for this next 2.5 days now.
But I feel fine.
But we'll be fine. We won't. I mean, you know, it takes a long time to starve to death, and it's just so nice when you have water. When we can have water and make hot water and have a couple cups of tea, makes us into just wonderful people.
Yeah. We were so happy
we
because
don't ask for much.
So we carried our 12-mile water carry because we read the comments on Guthook about this place. Well, there's a lake down there that's dried up, and everybody a lot of people put comments about there's no water. We couldn't find water. The lake's dried up. There's no water, and Bear Magnet said, well, there's always been a spring somewhere. I bet you there's a spring. So they texted us and said, there's water up here and how to find it. And so we were really happy about it. Even though carried, we were still really happy.
And there's a work camp here where they're doing trail maintenance. And whenever if they have a work camp here, they have water somewhere. They have to for the workers. So
anyway, people, we're kind of just feeling good. We're feeling great.
Feeling great.
We got through our hard day. Just did it.
I mean, when we say hard, we mean unbelievably hard. Like the climbing in this day was unbelievable.
You can't even put words
just
to it, people.
non-stop. Just like, come on.
Your legs are like noodles. And the going down is not any easier. But it was all uphill today. It just seemed like uphill. But anyway, all right.
Okay.
So we'll check in later. All right.
Okay, bye.
We made it, but look at our campsite. Look at this great campsite.
My life, the prize is hard to find, Goodbye.
Hey everybody.
Hey peeps.
Oh my gosh. We're right here by this river and it's cool. Anyway, we were supposed to get a ride from this guy, Lauren. and I was going to tell him when we were going to come get out. And we had phone service for the first 4 days. Like every time we turned on our phone, we had service. So about 3 days left. I thought, well, I'm going to estimate about a time now, and I was going to let him know. And we have had no phone service for the last 2 days.
Nothing. No phone service.
So I can't communicate with him.
Yeah.
So we're going to push out tonight. We were going to get out in the morning, and we were going to tell him to pick us up in the morning. But we're going to get out tonight. I feel bad. I hate that, where he doesn't know what's going on, and you can't communicate. But
we don't even know if there's phone service anywhere. Actually,
yeah, there's no phone service at the... We're going to get out to this trailhead. We know there's no phone service there, because people have said. And then I don't know what we're going to do. We can camp there, and then maybe walk down to the ranch tomorrow and maybe borrow a phone, a landline, and try to get...
Man, I don't know.
Or if there's people at the thing, people can hitch out, but we're getting out so late. There probably won't be anybody there. So, anyway.
Yeah, it's just kind of super smoky.
Smoke is in the air because there's
And,
wildfires around here.
We've walked, I don't know how many miles through absolutely burned
forest.
And when it's hot and you're in burned forest,
It's bad.
it's hard.
And we are low on food, and I mean rationing, like you would not believe.
I'm finally giving up rationing, just eating everything now and say, we'll just starve
Yeah.
the last day.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll let you know if we make it out. All right.
Bye. Okay, I gotta get my stick.
Gosh, you guys. This was a hard section. The shortage of water really makes a difference. And, man, there's a lot of water carrying on this section. Just wore me out. Just exhausted.
Yeah, I'm kind of worn out too.
Hey, Pesky.
It's hot and a lot of climbing.
It's a lot.
Hey, can you hand me my water? No,
I haven't seen it.
oh, it's right here. I put it in here this morning. Oh, thanks. Oh boy.